Rolex watches. Why you shouldn't own one, why you should stop looking for one, and why you should really start to turn your attention to other things. In this video, I'm going to give you my 4 top reasons in regards to why I don't own a Rolex, why I have zero interest in owning a Rolex, and why I've never owned one ever before in my life. But you might ask, Horology Biology, man, what's wrong with you? Why are you not following the masses and trying to get on the train? Because the train has already left. Seriously. Don't you even realize this? That train left a long time ago, and I've never been one to run for a bus. If I see a bus that's just about to leave, do you think I run for that bus? Hell no, I'm not running for shit. There is nothing chasing me. I don't need to run. I will casually walk and I will just wait for the next one. It is exactly the same kind of situation in regards to this. And for those people that don't realize that, you need to wake up. Guys, welcome back to Horology Biology. First of all, before I get into this video, I want to give a special supersonic thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Last night, I found out that I hit over 500 subscribers in less than 2 months, and I was super happy. I gave myself a target of 1,000 subscribers in a year, so to hit half of that in 2 months is super fresh and super nice. Yeah. Okay guys, without further ado, let's get on with this video and my reasons in regards to why I don't own a Rolex and why I have zero interest. Now, the first main reason in regards to this is I would basically say it is coming down to overpriced. Even at retail, these watches are ridiculously overpriced. Now, some might argue and turn around to me and go, hey, but HB, it's about the quality, it's about the craftsmanship. Man, please. There are many other brands out there that also have excellent quality, excellent reliability, and have an excellent history in regards to the brand in question. I'm not going to go into a massive amount of detail in regards to different watch brands, etc, etc. You guys can look into that yourself. But what I would turn around and say is, for the money that you're going to basically spend on one of these pieces, if you're even lucky enough to try and get one, because that's another thing, you could actually get something else which is equally as good in my opinion. One thing that I will touch on in regards to this is, if you look at Leica, yeah, everybody knows that subscribes to this channel that I'm a big Leica collector. Now, in regards to rarity and scarcity, etc, etc, as far as I'm concerned, Leica wins hands down. Now, some people might think, hey man, what are you talking about? You look at some of the numbers in regards to some of the high-end Leica collectibles, there are not as many out there if you compare it to Rolex, for example. That's just a given, and the prices are obviously a hell of a lot lower. The other thing as well that you've got to remember is, it is not easy to even try to get a Rolex. You will have to sugarcoat your AD with extra creamy lube. I mean, you will have to grease this guy up so smooth that you won't even be able to catch him because he will be super slippy. I mean, he will be WD-40'd out of the door, and that's not normal. Why would you even want to do that when you're trying to make a purchase for something? It should be the other way around. They should be giving you the supersonic special treatment. You're the consumer at the end of the day. But that's the difference when it comes to Rolex. You're more like an advertising person for their brand in question. The second reason on my list in regards to why I'm not into Rolex whatsoever is, I find them boring. Yeah, I said it. I find them boring.
He really said that? Yes.
Take 2022 for example, when they brought out the new lines, and you look at the GMT Master 2. As far as I'm concerned, when I look at this watch, the main difference what they did is they basically just reversed the crown from the right side to the left side. I mean guys, come on, seriously. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that must have been a really long-winded conversation down in the design department about what they were going to bring out for 2022, how are we going to sell this to the public, etc. But it worked, because at the end of the day, as a marketing company, it really does work. Third reason is security. Security when it comes to a Rolex is not normal. Seriously guys, you have to remember that everybody knows what a Rolex is. If you think of one word that associates Rolex to anybody on the street, even my mama, she will turn around and go, expensive. Exactly. So that scrupulous looking dude at 11 o'clock at night when you're walking home from work is also gonna know expensive. And that's the thing, I don't want to be worried about kind of situations like that. Let's set the situation. If I get asked out to a dinner party or to some kind of event or whatever, the last thing that I want to be thinking about is what I'm wearing on my wrist in regards to, is it going to be safe where I'm going to go? I mean, seriously guys, when you go out and everything, you just basically get dressed, you put your watch on, you go. If you're wearing a Rolex, you need to assess the situation. Okay, how many people are going to be there? How are we going to get there? Are we getting a taxi there? Are we going to walk? Let me check on Google Maps. I need to see the credentials in regards to the area that we're going, and if it's a rough area or not. I want to know and check online to see how many kind of like robberies were associated in that area, and if I need to be concerned, and if I need to do my due diligence in further regards. Man, you would take more time doing this than it would be for your woman to get dressed. Seriously, it's not normal. You don't need to worry about these kind of things. But in regards to wearing a Rolex, you really do. I have personally heard of stories from people that have been stabbed, that have had their watch taken from them, and this is something that is serious, and it is something that is not nice. Why would you want to have something on your wrist that is basically a big magnet that says, rob me? Now I like my ass, it's peachy, and I don't want it to be deformed or affected in any kind of way because of what's on my wrist.
Nice ass.
Now I can wear other brands, and most people, they don't know what it is, but I know what it is. It's something that's special, it's something that's rare, it's something that has a nice value to it, and I don't need to worry about these ridiculously over-exaggerated robbery concerns in regards to, should I worry about getting robbed for my watch? And the fourth and final reason as well why I don't like Rolex is, this is the #1 brand in the world that is faked more than anything. So on top of the security issue that you got to worry about, which is something that you seriously should take seriously, you've also got to remember, most people that will see what is on your wrist is gonna think, oh man, look at this guy that's got a fake Rolex on his wrist.
It's a Rolex, see?
And there's the thing, these fakes now are seriously good. I have heard many things in regards to fake watches now. They look that good that even ADs are finding it difficult to actually establish it from the real thing because the technology has advanced that much. So guys, these are my 4 reasons why I personally don't own a Rolex watch. Now you can love it, you can hate it. It's personally just my opinion. If you want to go out there and jump on that train that's already left, feel free.
It's that midnight train.
But for me, it's a no-no. Okay guys, till next time.